Attention! Are you a Finnish hockey player? You may be entitled to a hat trick from the Colorado Avalanche. Avs win over the Utah Hockey Club 4-1. You get a hat trick. You get a hat trick. Everybody gets a hat trick. Oh, whew. How do the Avs Finnish players score so many freaking hat tricks? It's ridiculous. Hat tricks aside, this was actually a really good hockey game. There are only a handful of games a year which I really recommend you go watch the entire game. This is one of them. It was very good. The Avs didn't play perfect, but I wouldn't say any parts of their game were objectively bad, though they did give up a lot of shots on goal if you're looking at that, but they also generated a lot. While they did lose the special teams battle, they only generated 2 power play opportunities for themselves, so missing out there isn't crazy bad, and the goal they gave up on the power play was the only goal they gave up, and it was pretty much unstoppable. The first period, maybe the period where the Avs generated the most actual offense, is the one they don't score in, funnily enough. It's just kind of the way hockey goes sometimes. For whatever reason, this franchise, Utah, Arizona, Phoenix, whatever you want to call them, just seems to have goalie quality against the Avs almost every single time. So not scoring there is frustrating, but good road period, usual stuff. They played well, and for once, when they have that stretch of hockey where they play well and don't get rewarded for it, they continue playing well through the second period, and instead of playing well but ultimately giving up the first goal of the game, they do eventually get that goal. MacKinnon decides to slow play this through the neutral zone and finds Malinsky jumping up into the play. Absolute key when the Avs are playing well. Your defensemen are helping you get going the right direction through the neutral zone. Malinsky gets the zone and is able to drop it back to MacKinnon as MacKinnon finds a little bit of space. And then MacKinnon spends the next 3 seconds just being better than everybody else on the ice. While MacKinnon does that, Lehkonen just walks towards the most dangerous area and says, you know what? Maybe Nathan MacKinnon will get the puck to me. And as Nathan MacKinnon drags 3 players to completely commit to him here, and really all 5 Utah players are watching him, he's able to slide the puck through a seemingly impossible hole, and all Lecky has to do is redirect it to put one home. Simple hockey is best hockey. That is the mantra of Artturi Lehkonen. You don't have to do complicated things, but you do have to work hard, go to the right areas, and have just enough finishing ability. Actually, I think at times this year, Artturi Lehkonen hasn't finished all that well, but when you score a hat trick, that really helps those percentages. One of many Avs over that 10-goal mark, Lehkonen has continued to be the perfect auxiliary piece for the Avs' top 6. He can slot in just about anywhere and be effective, and he's good enough to finish plays like that when playing with top players like MacKinnon. MacKinnon, of course, would end the night with 3 points too, and he looked maybe the best he's looked in a while. I know he's been producing as of late, but it seemed like the time off did him very well. The one mistake I really don't like from the Avs in this game, though, is they get that 1-goal lead to the third period. They're winning 1-0, and they take a penalty early in the third to let Utah back into it. Mikko trips a guy. He just tripped him. I get he was upset that the refs were adventurously calling or not calling things tonight, but you have to do a better job. That's a trip. It is, and Mikko got called for it, so don't do that. I don't really have a whole lot of problems with the actual goal against. Utah working the perimeter on their power play here. The Avs don't really do anything particularly wrong. They're keeping them to the outside. Nothing is really penetrating here, but as Cooley sends this back out up high to Sergachev, you're going to see the Avs are just a little bit slow to come out and challenge this puck, and you even see Kelly kind of misread this bite on the pass fake and step out of the pass shooting lane rather a little bit. So they do allow this shot through, but it's not really that dangerous of a shot. Yeah, you'd like to see him take away the guy in the middle, but Girard has to respect his side of the ice, and Manson is getting double-teamed here. That's what happens when you're on a penalty kill. You have one less guy. So when this shot gets through, it ends up being a perfect tip in front by Schmaltz. It's a great tip. The Avs, stylistically, particularly on the penalty kill, just kind of let that play happen. They're trying to block the shot or prevent anything from happening as far as getting to the guy that could tip the puck net front. It's a perfect tip. It goes in the net. Again, more of a problem with them taking the penalty than actually giving up that goal on the penalty kill where teams are supposed to score some of the time. Importantly, that's the only goal the Avs give up, and Mackenzie Blackwood played fantastically in this game. He made sure the Avs never trailed, and that's more than you can ask from your goaltender on any given night. 34 saves in this one. He's continued to look star caliber for the Avs. So we had a good stick Lecky goal, yes, but what about a great stick Lecky? Good work by Manson to break this puck out with his feet initially before handing off to McKinnon, and Utah probably gives McKinnon a little bit too much respect here. He's able to get the zone and pull up and create a ton of space for himself. He finds a backside pass to Nichushkin here, and honestly, this pass probably shouldn't have worked, but if there's any team the Avs have earned some decent bounces against, it's Utah. This goes off of Sergachev's stick and still gets through to Nichushkin. Lehkonen, once again, he's so good at finding these soft spots on the backsides of players. A crossing pass has everybody turning towards Val, so Lehkonen is left alone behind. This pass is more of a pad pass than anything. It ricochets off the goalie and initially off of Lehkonen's leg. So the first attempt isn't really a shot even, but Lehkonen just battling and trying to find a puck. So when he gets that second chance opportunity on his stick, he's able to make it count. When the Avs are both getting the puck to the net and having players in the right positions, they're just a team that is more or less unstoppable. That one, much more Lecky finding a puck, digging it out, and putting it in the back of the net than a great play from a superstar like the first goal was, but either way, Lecky's still on the end of it to put things home. And that one ends up being the game-winning goal. Again, this is a game that essentially was 1-2-1. Yes, the Avs get 2 empty netters from Mikko and Lehkonen to convert the hat trick, but this is a close, low-scoring, tight game that the Avs were winning the majority of and ultimately got the job done. I will say that does not tell the whole story of the game, though. Go and watch it. There's a lot of high-quality play. There's a lot of high-danger play. You had 2 goalies that played very well. You had a lot of high-quality defensive plays. Shout out Josh Manson for being back in the lineup. Don't think his puck management was great, but his actual defensive plays, if you go back and watch them in this game, multiple great defensive efforts. I know there's a Christmas break in the middle, but this makes 2 hat tricks in a row, and both come from Finns. And that empty net goal from Mikko means the Avs have scored 7 goals in a row, all from Finnish players. We may have to temporarily rename Denver to Helsinki if this keeps up. Beyond just the Finns, though, it does feel like as a team, the Avs are playing better hockey. And a lot of that is the goaltending, obviously, but the team in front of them, some things are starting to click a little bit more for them, too. You're getting quality out of your top 6. I think your bottom 6, or at least your third line, has at least started to find some good quality play with each other. Beyond Kiviranta, I think you probably still want a little bit more scoring there, but that might be solved as this video has been delayed enough that, 1, sounds like the Avs are getting Jonathan Drouin back, and 2, they made a trade. So the Avs add another Finn in Parssinen to this lineup, and you know what? If he gets a hat trick on New Year's Eve, this Finnish thing might be legit. The Avs have won the last 4 games in a row. Life is good. I poured 4 cups of water on my head in this video, but the Avs have scored 5 hat tricks this year, so one more for the road. I am Rudo, and I'm pretty sure I've caused flood damage to my office. No, that was good. That's perfect. That's what I wanted. Yeah. That was exactly what I wanted.